another band way back, and I guess we stopped around about '88 when I joined Venom. I kind of stopped that tour, and then we joined Venom, and I get requests kind of every year. To people would go, oh, will you come and play a show? And I was like, yeah, not with that band, because it's just not where I was at. But anyway, somebody had asked me about nearly 3 years ago now would I come and do a show with my band Atomcraft? And I was like, yeah, I don't really do that. There's no real band around. It's just me. I mean, I got players and stuff, and they said, but if you just did a special show and played all of Future Warriors, the first album. And I thought, you know, I never actually played that album ever. And I thought, oh, that's quite intriguing. So I listened to the album. I thought that might be fun, just for fun. So I said, yeah, okay. Well, I did it in the north of England. At that time, Mantis was still living in England. Now he's relocated to Portugal. And of course, we're very close. We've always been like brothers. So he came down to the rehearsal, and then he said, oh, I always loved this song. And I said, well, fucking get the guitar and go and play it. So he was like, yeah. And I was like, why not? So he joined me on stage and played 2 numbers in the end. And then afterwards, I got a contact from a guy called Oliver Weishammer, who does a festival in Germany called Keep It True. And he wrote a very nice letter and said I was at the show, it was really great, and I never heard the album before, and it was the first time it ever happened, but it was great fun. And he said, and when you got Mantis up, that was amazing. Did you know Abaddon was in the audience? And I said, yeah, I knew he was there. And he said, you know, I thought there might be a moment where you would ask him on stage, and what if he got on stage and you played some Venom songs? I said, that would never happen, Oliver. And he said, well, look, I got a festival in Germany called Keep It True. If I book you and Mantis' Empire of Evil, which was a project we were doing together at the time, and Abaddon just happened to be there. And I said, it's not going to happen. And he said, look, there's only one person that can make anything like that. I mean, that's you. So go and make it happen. It's 2,000 fans, they're hardcore, retro, they'd really appreciate it. I'd really appreciate it. Just do 4 or 5 songs. So I called Jeff and I said, what do you think about this? And he went, nope. I was like, okay. Then I contacted Abaddon and he said, yep, I'm up for it. So I thought about it, so I went back to Jeff and I just said, look, you know, this isn't a project we're going to be doing. It's just for fans, just to give something to the fans, you know. We go play our show, then we'll bring Tony on and we'll do a few numbers. We'll just have some fun. There's no pressure, there's no labels, there's no anything. We're just doing it for ourselves and for the fans. We switched drummers, Abaddon came in and the place went nuts. And we were kind of shocked. We played 4 or 5 songs and then we came off stage. The response was amazing. I went back to the hotel and in the morning when I woke up, went to breakfast, my phone was going crazy. We had management people contacting us, promoters from America, from China, from Japan. Everybody when saw this, and they were throwing up images that had been recorded on YouTube and going, oh my God, yeah, can we book you to play? And I was thinking, oh my God, we're not a band. So I went and saw the guys and I said, look, I know this is crazy, but all these people are asking us if we're a band and we're going to tour and play and everything. What do you think? And they went like, well, why should we just do it? And I thought we could just say yes and just have fun. You know, there's no pressure. We don't have records to promote. We don't have a label. We don't have people around us. We could just do it for ourselves. So that was the thing. We just rolled with it.
Tony, the Demolition Man, he's had a long association with YAP from Nuclear Blast Europe. And you know, they were always one of the dream labels that we had, you know, when we were doing the Empire stuff. And you know, we've since been told we were so close and yet so far. And then when the whole Venom thing came about, the Venom Inc. thing, I suppose, at the Keep It True festival, then the ball really started rolling.
And it kept rolling and rolling and rolling. And then John Zazula, who was responsible for bringing Venom to America way back in the day, now lives in Florida. We started talking, I was going, what's this all I hear about you guys doing again? And I went, yeah. I said, you know, John, it kind of like it's its own beast, it's getting bigger and bigger. I said, and I'm managing it. I said, but I think it's a bit too much. I said, do you think you would jump on board?
And then obviously with John Zazula getting on board, things just snowballed and snowballed from there.
We've had a long relationship with John Zazula. and Tony spoke to John about some different labels. I've known Yap as a guy to have a drink with for a few years now, and we never really talked, him and me, about the possibility of doing this. It was always just, you know, I hear the band's back together, I hear that you're playing some live stuff, it sounds exciting, and there was never any real anything about it until John got involved and he said, you know, hey, how about Nuclear Blast?
Then we got Chuck Billy, who was part of his management team, Marina Ferraro, Adrenaline PR. But of course, once John was on, was like, we need to have some new music.
I remember John saying to me, you know, I had a Skype conversation and he says, you know, I need 4 songs. And I was writing and writing and writing. And I've never had sort of management or anybody to critique the songs before, you know. And he was like, yeah, it's good, but can we get something better? So, you know, there was more and more stuff kept coming out until we hit the 4 demo tracks. They were sent over. Tony came over to my studio in Portugal. They were sent over to John after we'd put the vocals onto them. And then we got the news that we'd done it.
And when he came back and said, look, they're really interested. They want to know how serious the band are. We want to know how committed you are. And we said, well, as committed as we've always been. We'd just before then, we'd recently finished, I think, about 200 shows throughout Europe, North America, South America, into Asia, back to back, you know. And it was the level of commitment was obviously there. So yeah, it was Johnny Z that really put the idea to the label, and the label came back. And we're very, very happy that it's happening this way, you know.
I mean, first of all, when I got the news that we'd been signed to Nuclear Blast, I mean, even now, being here, it's totally overwhelming to me. I never take anything for granted.
When I looked at the bands that I admire, when I look at the people I admire in the industry, and people who seem to really believe in themselves, believe in the label, but believe in the bands that they take on, I thought, you know, if we make millions or we don't make anything, we need people around us who are good at what they do, focused, and just know they should, but actually believe in themselves, believe in the music and believe in the bands, and that is Nuclear Blast.
Like I say, for me, I was absolutely bowled over. I couldn't believe it at first, you know, to be with such a prestigious label. Let's put it that way, you know, who've been around for a long time. You know, as long as this band's been around, I suppose. We're very happy to be here, and we're looking forward to a long and successful future with Nuclear Blast. And all I've got to say is thanks to everybody involved. You know, we're going to do our absolute best for it.
Let's penetrate your skin.